Now, I want to make one thing perfectly clear about tonight's game before I get into it. I did not see every single play of the game because of my work hours, and I don't know how exactly accurate I can be with coming up with a post game for this, but I do feel like from what I saw, I did see enough to come on here and give a post game for this win over the Tennessee Titans. And from what I saw, the Pittsburgh Steelers won a boxing match and won an absolute fist fight against the Tennessee Titans tonight. And for those people that say, well, you do nothing but complain, I got very minimal criticisms for tonight. But other than that, I can't be too, down on this win, as, I'm not a big fan of one-score wins or three-point wins. But a game like this, defense coming up big in clutch moments, and the offense doing just enough to get the job done, and the offense actually looking good, I can't complain. I am Mac, back with another video. As always, do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe, follow on Instagram, link in the box below. The Steelers win it 20-16 over the Tennessee Titans. In what, like I said at the beginning, in what was a very hard-fought game with some things to tweak on. But I'm not going to bash them for it. I'm not going to rage about it. I'm going to sit here and just give my thoughts. And I'm going to start with the offense. Kenny Pickett, he must have watched my video that I put out on Monday after the Jags game. Because, like I said, I ain't going to sit back and hold his hand anymore, much less for the rest of the season. And I'm still sticking by that. Don't get me wrong. I'm still sticking by that. Okay? I'm not making excuses for him. I'm not going to say that, I'm not going to say, he's still a young quarterback and all this stuff. No. Tonight's not the night to do that for Kenny Pickett. Could he have played better tonight? I think he could have. Because with the passes that he missed, he would have had way more yardage, and he honestly could have had about 2 or 3 more touchdowns. In my opinion, yes, the Steelers did leave some points off the board with the offense. But then, as I was watching the game, I began to think to myself, and by no means am I defending Matt Canada. I am the last person on this planet who would ever defend him. But A, maybe he needs to be on the sidelines a little bit more because it gave us good mojo for tonight. And B, it's like, while, yeah, the play calling is, let's say, less than ideal, the play designs tonight looked really good. What did we do? Incorporating the run game. Jaylen Warren and Najee, I love to say it, and I love to see it, had phenomenal games tonight each. Najee was the guy who opened up the scoring on that fantastic opening drive to start the game. 10 plays, 78 yards, almost 5 minutes off the clock to start tonight. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, have we finally figured it out with offense? And then as the game progressed, I'm like, I was waiting the entire game after that touchdown drive to be for just that one big play. That one big play or that one big drive, that one big something that the Steelers were going to come up with, because this was a game that was winnable, and by God did the Steelers win it. Okay? But I was waiting for that one big play. We were never truly out of it. The defense, I think could have done better tonight. Just a couple of things to work up on. Like JPJ, I think he locked on D-Hop real well tonight. And he was following him the entire field. That being said, I think that he needs to work on his tackling a little bit more, which is why I want to see him gain some weight in the offseason, or maybe even as the season progresses. He's a little scrawny, he's a little skinny, but there's no denying he's a great playmaker. But those penalties that he had, he needs to work up on, okay? The Steelers had a lot of penalties go against him tonight, and I'm not going to sit down here and bash the refs, but I would say 2 of them were terrible. First of all, how the hell are you supposed to tackle a quarterback or any offensive player nowadays? Because another roughing the passer, this time on TJ Watt in the first quarter, I don't know, make it make sense. Like I said last week, Kenny Pickett can get shoved down to the field like no problem whatsoever. They don't call roughing on that. Oh, but TJ Watt goes in there, levels Will Levis, and he gets called roughing the passer. Just give the players damn flags at this point. And then the other bad call gave Tennessee a good chance to win the game. Holding, or pass interference, I'm sorry, not holding. It was pass interference on JPJ. Not close. Not close to pass interference. Because Will Levis threw the ball behind D-Hop. It was not catchable. And JPJ didn't even hold him. Didn't even wince his jersey. So that gives Tennessee a fresh set of downs on 4th down, by the way. And then Quan Alexander with the game-sealing pick. But like I was saying before, I was just waiting all night for that one big something for the Steelers to come through, because it wasn't so much with the play calling. Matt Canada, look, we all hate the guy, myself included. But just like Kenny Pickett, tonight is not the night to whip on either of them. Matt Canada had great, I'm saying it, great offense tonight. I hope to God he can keep it up. Do I still want him as the OC? No. Do I think this saves his job? Absolutely not. I am not backing down from my opinion. I am just giving flowers and credit where it's due. Matt Canada's offense looked good tonight. And we almost had that one big play in the third quarter. Kenny Pickett, an absolute dime. Back right corner of the end zone to Pickens. And Pickens, unfortunately, his toes drag out of bounds at the last second. And he made a great catch again. Pickens was quiet tonight. He had negative yardage tonight. Probably easily the worst game that he's had for us, but I'm not complaining too much about that. It's just one bad aspect of the offense tonight. But how about Deontay Johnson tonight? All offseason, I've been calling this guy an $18 million mistake. I've been saying that we need to move on from him when his contract is up. And after over 650 days of being extended, he finally gets his touchdown. Before that, he gets a 32-yard reception that set it up. And he had 5 more grabs for 90 yards on an 11-play, 92-yard drive that won us the game. Tonight, you can say the offense won us the game. Okay? The offense won us the game tonight. And there it was. The one big something. that I was waiting for the Pittsburgh Steelers tonight, because I could see it. It's not so much with the play calling. It was the players that couldn't find a way to finish off a drive. Every time, every drive we had after that opening touchdown drive, we failed to finish. Whether it was, these are the only bad things I'm going to say about Kenny Pickett tonight. Whether it was him missing Calvin Austin or Connor Hayward or Allen Robinson that could have been touchdowns for the Steelers, or at the very least big connections. Whether it was drop passes or underthrows or, one or two head-scratching play calls. It was that the players just couldn't find a way to finish off the drives tonight. And my worry is that how much longer is the defense going to keep us in there? Because you could tell the defense is doing their best tonight. Will Levis, I think the guy's got a great future ahead of him. He looked poised tonight. He played real well. Guy's got a great arm. He made a lot of real good throws tonight. You got to credit that a little bit, which is where, the secondary, I'm not going to sit down here and say, well, we didn't have Minka, we don't have any safety help. The kid did what he needed to do. But here's where the defense redeems themselves. DeAndre Hopkins had 0 catches in the second half tonight. And after a 4-touchdown pass game in his debut against Atlanta, who has a top 5 defense, Will Levis did not throw a single touchdown pass tonight. The only touchdown Tennessee had was from guess who, Derrick Henry, from the goal line to put Tennessee ahead 10-7 in the second quarter. And that was it. That was the only touchdown that this defense gave up all night tonight. Aside from the big plays that they gave up. Aside from just leaving guys open. Patrick Peterson still continues to show why he's washed up and needs to retire, getting burned all night long. But the pressure was there. TJ Watt getting in a sack. Oh man, did we need to welcome Will Levis to the NFL, and by God did this pass rush do it. So overall, man, I am pleased with this win. I really am. Yes, we left points off the board. Yes, the players, on offense stalled on drives and they weren't able to finish them more often than not. But you know what? This team, and also we lost Cole Holcomb to a knee injury. He did not return. And my thoughts and prayers go out to Trey Burks. I heard that he has movement in his extremities, which is great. That looked like a real nasty injury. Hopefully he's okay. But other than just minor nitpicks and complaints, or nitpicks and criticisms that can easily be fixed up, I am not complaining about this win whatsoever. On a short week, coming off an embarrassing loss at home against a team that you had several chances to put away or take the lead against in Jacksonville, with a quarterback who wasn't at 100%, facing heavy criticism, and you're not adjusted to this is nothing to complain about. Nothing to complain about at all. And now you build up more confidence sitting at 5-3, because now you have 10 days of rest. You don't got to go anywhere. You stay at home for your next game against Green Bay, who has a bottom 5 offense in the league. This is a win that can potentially make or break your season, and the Steelers made the most of it by far. How do you like that for a win, folks? How do you like that? 20-16. We get it done. We earned it. We fought back. We won a fist fight. Like I said, nothing wrong with winning a fist fight, as long as the mistakes are minimal and you go out there and you do what you can to win. And that's what the Steelers did tonight. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Mac checking on out for the night. Go Steelers, baby!